For Lesson 13, we have defined areas by decomposing into rectangles or completing composite figures to form rectangles. Let's take a look at number 1. It says that each of the following figures is made up of 2 rectangles. We need to find the total area of each figure. So for figure 1, we have area A and area B that we need to add together. So area A, we see that they gave us, which was 18 square units. So if I count to figure out the width, I see that we have 3. And then if I count to figure out the length, I see that we have 6. So I know that when I multiply 3 times 6, I'm going to get an answer of 18. So that's where the 18 square units from. Now, we need to figure out the area of letter B. So since we are on grid paper, we can count the squares if we want to, which when we do that, we'll get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We can also count to find the width, which would be 3, and the length, which would be 3. And we know that we would have to multiply the length and the width together, so that would be 3 times 3, which equals 9. So now we need to add 18 plus 9. So I know 8 plus 9 is equal to 17. I'm going to write the 7 and carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So 18 plus 9 means that figure 1 has a total area of 27 square units. Now let's take a look at figure 2. So the first thing I need to do is figure out the dimensions, or I can also count the squares. I'm going to figure out the dimensions first. So I have 2 for my width and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for my length. So now I know that in order to find the area, I can multiply 9 times 2. So that means that the area for C is 18 square units. Now let's look at area D. Pause the video to find the area of rectangle D. Replay when you are ready or if you get stuck. So here we have a width of 3 and a length of 5. I know that in order to find the area, I need to multiply. And I know that 5 times 3 is 15. So now I need to take 18 and I need to add 15. 8 plus 5 is 13. I'm going to write the 3 and carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So that means that the total area is 33 square units. Let's take a look at figure 3. It says to find the area of E and the area of F. Go ahead and do that. Remember, you can count the squares, or you can determine the length and width and then multiply. Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready or if you get stuck. So here we have a length of 3 for letter E and a width of 3. Again, I know that I need to multiply length times width, which is 3 times 3. That means 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So the area of E is 9 square units. Now let's look at F. I have a width of 3 and my length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I need to multiply my length and my width, which is 7 times 3. I know that 7 times 3 is equal to 21. So now what I need to do to find the total area of figure 3 is to add 21 plus 9. So 9 plus 1 is 10. I'm going to write the 0 and carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So the total area is 30 square units. Find the total area of figure 4. Remember to find the area of G first, then find the area of H, and then add them together. Pause the video while you work and replay when you are ready. So here is where I'm going to draw my line so that I can separate into rectangle G and rectangle H. Now I'm going to figure out the dimensions. The width is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. And the length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. So I know that in order to figure out the area, I need to multiply 7 times 7. Well, 7 times 7 is equal to 49 square units. Now I need to figure out the area of H. I have a width of 2 and a length of 3. Again, I'm going to multiply the length by the width, which is 3 times 2, and I'll get an answer of 6. Now I need to add 49 plus 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. I'm going to write the 5, carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. So their total area is 55 square units. Let's take a look at number 2. It says the figure shows a small rectangle cut out of a bigger rectangle. Find the area of the shaded figure. So first what I need to do is I need to take a look at the shaded figure and pretend that this part is shaded. So if I take a look at it as a whole piece, I see that the area is equal to the length times width. Area is equal to 9 times 10. I know that 9 times 10 is equal to 90. So that is going to go first on the line. Now I'm going to focus on the unshaded part, which is this part right here. So that has an area of length times width. The length is 3 and the width is 4. So now I need to multiply 3 times 4, which equals 12. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 90 minus 12. So 0 minus 2 I can't do. So I have to borrow from the tens. The 9 becomes an 8, and I'm going to bring back a 10 to nothing that's already in the ones. So 10 minus 2 is 8, and 8 minus 1 is 7. So that means that this area of just the shaded figure is 78 square centimeters. Let's take a look at number 3. It says the figure shows a small rectangle cut out of a big rectangle. Label the unknown measurements. So here's the unknown piece right here. I see that the entire width is 7. So I'm given a piece of it, which is 3. Now I need to figure out what plus 3 is going to equal 7. So really what I am doing is I'm subtracting 7 minus 3, which equals 4. So that's going to be the missing width for the unknown. Now let's take a look at the length. I see that the total of the length is 9 centimeters. So if the total is 9, one piece of it is 4 plus another piece that I'm not sure about. So I'm going to take 9 and subtract 4 to find that unknown piece, which would be 5. So now I'm going to find the area of the big rectangle. So the big rectangle would be, let me just change a different pen color here so that it is easy for you to determine what I'm talking about. This part right here, what's in green. So I'm going to focus on, here is the width and here is the length. So A equals length, which is 9, times the width, which is 7, and 9 times 7, I know, is equal to 63 square centimeters. Now I'm going to focus on the area of the small rectangle. So I'm going to switch my pen colors so it's easier for you to see what I'm talking about. Let's go with orange. So it's this part right here that I'm talking about. So I have a dimension of the length, which is 5 centimeters, the width, which is 4 centimeters. 5 times 4 is equal to 20 square centimeters. Now, in order to find the area of the shaded figure, I need to take the area of the big rectangle, which was 63 square centimeters, and subtract 20 square centimeters. So 3 minus 0 is 3, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So that means that the area of the shaded figure is 43 square centimeters. Your assignment is to complete number 1, 2, and 3 on the homework sheet. Check the answer keys at the front of the room when you are finished. Put your homework sheet and the problem set in your take-home folder. Next, grab an exit ticket. Make sure your name is on it before you turn it into the turn-in tray. If you don't finish the exit ticket, it is homework for tonight. See you next time.